When visiting Manila for the centennial celebration there. And Archbishop Antonio Ledesma, a Jesuit, was appointed Archbishop of Cagayan de Oro City in Mindanao last year. It is noteworthy that His Excellency is the son of the late Oscar Ledesma, Philippine ambassador to the United States, who also served as the second territorial deputy of the entire Philippines. And Oscar Ledesma presided over a tremendous period of growth, instituting more than 230 councils and welcoming some 23,000 new Brother Knights. Archbishop Ledesma, his son, is a charismatic shepherd and a good friend of the Knights of Columbus, and we are grateful for his presence with us this evening. Please join me in welcoming His Excellency.
Your Eminences and Excellencies, dear Brother Knights, friends, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor and distinct privilege for me to be here as part of the Philippine delegation to this 125th Supreme Convention of the Knights of Columbus. Although this is my first time to attend a Supreme Convention, I feel that I am not a stranger, but actually continuing the legacy of my father, the late Oscar Ledesma, as has been mentioned already by Supreme Knight Carl Anderson. My father had attended several of these Supreme Conventions when he was Philippine Deputy in 1977 to 1983. When he started his term in 1977, there were 457 Knights of Columbus councils, which reached almost 700 by the end of his term in 1983. At present, I am told that there are now 1,900 councils throughout the Philippine Islands. From a membership of 30,000 membership of 30,000 in 1977, there are now 252,000 members after 3 decades of growth. The local councils of the Knights of Columbus continue many of the projects that have been started in earlier years. For example, socio-economic projects, youth development, care of the aged, defense and promotion of pro-life and pro-family issues. Particularly in Mindanao, in the Philippines, where I am based, several Knights of Columbus members have also helped the local church in promoting a culture of peace through interreligious dialogue and intercultural understanding. The Knights of Columbus in the Philippines have also been supporting young men studying for the priesthood. We have 96 priest graduates of the program, which was started by the late Father George Willman in 1977, while another 35 or so seminarians are still pursuing their theology studies. With the help of the Knights of Columbus Supreme Council here in the United States, several priests from various dioceses in the Philippines have been able to take up graduate theology courses in Rome. I would also like to acknowledge the generous support of the Supreme Council for the yearly subsidy worth $75,000 for the Women's Advocacy Program of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines. The most recent support of another $30,000 was given by the Supreme Council for the rehabilitation of the roofing of the headquarters of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines in Manila. Last year, when the Philippines was hit with two very strong typhoons which claimed about 2,000 lives in the Bicol region, the Supreme Council donated a total of $100,000 for the typhoon victims. In all these activities and years of growth, we thank the Lord for enabling the Knights of Columbus in the Philippines to show our faith in action and to witness to the yes of Jesus Christ. Thank you.